Aitor, thanks for talking to us here on Blues TV. As we sit here 11 games in, the middle of the November international break, what are your general thoughts and reflections on the first quarter of the campaign?
I think we are good. We are in a good way. I'm really pleased to have had this decision to come here because again, after 3 months, especially after the first transfer market when we brought 11 players, then to start the league winning a team like Brentford and competing against Swansea or Stoke, or I think it was good. After the international break, we've had ups and downs, and I think now we are in a good position because it's the past, is the present, and I think it's going to be the future. And we need to be clear that we are not as good as everybody thought that we were going to be fighting for the playoffs when we beat Preston, and we are not as bad as we showed when we lost against Wycombe, and we are going to fight for the bottom position. So we have to keep that balance. I think we are in a good way, knowing that every day we have to improve.
You talk about that balance. What I find interesting is even after games where you address the media, whether we've won 2 games, whether we've lost, as we had the week before the international break, you're always level-headed, your emotions are always in check. Is that because you see the bigger picture, it's bigger than just one result that day? Like, how do you maintain that emotional level?
That emotional level is just in front of the camera. Because when you are going home, I'm a normal person, and sometimes you can think and you can agree 100% with the supporters. And after beating Preston that night with 1 pint, I thought that we were going to lose 1 game in the league. And then 3 days later, in the same place with the same pint, with another pint, I thought that we weren't going to be able to win another game. So it's just to be again, to have that balance after the games, and then when you are alone, to think that we need to improve, winning or losing, we have to improve. And then knowing this league is even more important, to have that balance, because again, we have a lot of good noise from our supporters demanding us our best, and then we have to keep that balance.
Are you still learning about your players at this stage in the season, or have you reached a stage now where you've seen enough of the whole squad, you know what they offer, you know what they can and can't do?
I am learning every day from them, because we can't forget that they are persons, and sometimes you think that one player is in that way, and sometimes that player comes to the training ground and he doesn't feel well, and you need to know why he is not feeling well, or maybe he has problems at home, or maybe he has something wrong. So it's not about knowing them, which is important to know them. It's just to manage them every single moment, because the player can be the same person, but they are not the same when they are playing or when they are not playing. So it's just to manage them always in the good way for getting the best from them.
We caught up with Mikel San Jose earlier this week, a fantastic character, a great addition to the squad, and he said although there is clearly things that we can improve upon as a group, he said we have the most important thing now here, which is the togetherness, the camaraderie and that team spirit. Was that important to you from the very start, to obtain that in the new people that came to the group, and also to bring along the members of the squad who were already here last season?
Yes, because when I came here, I didn't have a lot of time to be from when I signed the contract to when I started here, because it was just 2 or 3 days. But at the beginning of the pre-season, when I arrived, I started to hear a lot of no good things about the players who had been here, especially their character, their and I said that I didn't want to make any judgment, because I didn't know them. And since the beginning I was really good with them. I can feel their improvement, so I can't understand those comments, because everybody can see them on the pitch. We've played, I remember now, for example, we finished the game against Preston with 9 players who were here last year. So I think it's as a manager's job is to try to put everybody on board, and when they are good players like they are, is just to train on the pitch, to train in video sessions or meetings or on the board, and to improve them. Because if I as a coach, we as a coaching staff improve them as individuals, for sure we're going to improve as a team.
You've said before in your post-match interviews that 90% of your managerial career was spent using one formation, which was your favourite. Here, obviously, you've chose to use different systems, different players at different times. Is that because it's the players that you've got here, it suits them? Is it the opposition? Is it fitness? What are the reasons for changing as often as we do?
It's easy because I started playing with 4-2-3-1, and the 2 or 3 players who can do that job, John Torral is, Riley McGrees and Dan Crowley is. And then John got injured, Riley wasn't fit at that time, and Dan played the games when we were losing, and then I started to change the shape, and changing the shape, the team started better. So it's just the issue. So it's just to adapt every single game to our good things, and obviously you have to adapt sometimes to the opponent. But again, we've changed the shape, and I don't know which shape we are going to play on Friday, but I know. But you know, it's just to adapt and to try to get their best.
You know Championship football better than most. This period now, heading into the winter through Christmas and into the new year, is where the division really stretches itself out. Is this the period of the season where we find out where we really are as a team?
Yes, I think now, and especially at the end of January, is when you know, this busy period, November, December, and then the Christmas period, and January with the market and everything, is when I think will mark the path of the season. Now it's too soon, but again we are good, we are improving, which is the most important thing, and it's about that, about improve every day.
Over this international break, it's given the likes of Jake Clark-Salter a chance to get up to speed with his fitness and sharpness, and also Josh McEachran back with the group as well, which is, again, positives to come from this little break.
Yes, it's good because the more people are on board, the better will be for everybody, except for me, because I will have to choose just 11, but it's a pleasure to have all of them on the pitch. And after the game against Bournemouth, with Michael Kifton playing, with Munsi playing, everybody can feel that they can play, and they have to be ready, because I showed that everybody can be part of the team.
Just a quick injury update on the likes of Adam Clayton, Christian Pedersen and George Friend. They've all picked up injuries in recent weeks. How are they doing?
They are not training with the team except Christian, but no 100%. So let's see what is happening this tomorrow, and then what is happening the following week. But once again, I did in the past, I am doing now, and I will do in the future. I'm not going to take any risk with one of them. Now it's George or Clay or Christian, but I don't care who is on the medical department. We need to be careful, because in this league to lose 1 week, it means that you are missing 3-4 games. So every single day is important, and we have to be careful.
I just want to finish with a couple of questions on our under-23 side. They were in action again this week. I've seen you watching the games here at the training centre. How much of a keen interest do you have? You obviously have a past of working with young players as well, in monitoring the young players at the club and seeing how they develop.
I think it's important, but one thing that especially and it's not just the under 23 team, is every single team in the academy should realize that to play in the first squad is not easy. And now I think the new generations are different, but you know, they have to think that they should improve, and it's not easy to find the following Jude Bellingham. To be like Jude, you should be a good player, obviously, but a lot of players not like him, but sometimes as good as him, doesn't arrive to the first squad, because they are not as demanding as him, as intelligent as him. So it's just to tell them that it's a good life to be a football player, but it's not easy. And then a part of your skills, you need to be intelligent, and you need to live football.
As we saw, Caelan Boyd-Muntz made his full league debut against Bournemouth, and even with the experienced players in the squad, it goes to show that if you apply yourself correctly, chances will come. There is a pathway into that first team.
Yes, and 3 games ago, Josh Cogley was playing in the summer. I wasn't in a rush trying to bring one striker quick because we had Aidan George. So again, they need to know that we are looking at the academy every single day, but it's not a easy path to get the first squad, and sometimes no. Everybody had told me when I played my first game in Athletic Bilbao, everybody told me the same. So it's not easy to arrive, but it's even more difficult to stay. So it's just to encourage them, because again, we are looking at them every day.
Finally, is there any time during an international break for a head coach to relax and he to recover?
Yes, I'm really relaxed since I arrived here, so I'm enjoying it every day. It's a shame that I can't go to Madrid to visit my family, but I am pleased because now I can't go to the streets. But when we could, everybody was really supportive, really good with me, and again, it's the time that I don't need that calm, because I'm really calm.
As always, Aitor, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.